Today, I'm digging into all the woo woo mindset stuff you're hearing about from and probably discounting completely if you're a particularly practically minded woman. There are a few things that are super important for you to have a think about, though, and today I'm giving you the practical woman's guide to woo.
Hey love, you're listening to the Mums and Biz Show and I'm Victoria. Every week I bring you the unvarnished version of what it means to be a mum running a brilliant business, what you need to be doing to get it to where you want it to be, and a healthy dose of how to get the heck out of your own way. Let's dive in.
Now, there's no doubt that keeping your head in the game is one of the hardest parts about getting your business moving. I spend a good bunch of my time in the show talking about it, and there's a reason for that. I know that for most of my clients, the thing that stops them from doing most of the things that are going to move them forward is confidence, what they're thinking and feeling. And today, I want to explore some of the parts of dealing with mindset and confidence that you might think are a bit out there. I know that the first time I heard the words like energy and manifestation and intention-led goals, I was like, yeah, I'm a serious businesswoman and I actually rely on my smarts and solid strategy. Thanks very much. But I was completely underestimating how all of these different concepts can fit together to help you to powerfully get back all of your confidence and start making a massive impact. So, to get this into a place where you are ready to hear what I've got to say today, I want you to talk to me about what's going on for you right now. You're likely hustling. You're busy as heck trying to fit in mumming, maybe working, doing all the house things, and you're working on your business too. Except you're fitting it in around the edges and working in the spare minutes that you can grab around school drop-off and naps and corporate meetings and the commute. So when you sit down and do the thing that's screaming at you the loudest, or you don't, you avoid the things that are actually going to bring money in and you scroll through your socials. Maybe you're telling yourself that all the social presence is the most important thing because you need followers. But deep down, you're feeling slightly panicked about whether this business is ever going to start making real money. Maybe you're feeling more trapped than you were before you started your business because now you have to do all the things you were doing before, as well as learn how to be a businesswoman and grow your business and try to build a presence and make money. And you're worried about what people are thinking about whether you are growing. They're watching you with interest for sure, and you've been telling everyone how amazing your business is going to be. So what if it doesn't succeed? And are they all just assuming that it's going to fail? Side note here, most of them are hands down rooting for you and for sure watching with interest because more than likely what you're doing is exactly what they want for themselves and they're too scared to take the leap. So they're watching you do it and they think you're incredibly brave, but most of us don't realize that. So how am I going here so far? Are you feeling any of these feels? Or remembering a time in the not so distant past when you were feeling them, like, yesterday. Now, I want you to think about how you're reacting to stuff when you're feeling like that. Bad things that happen become the most awful thing that could happen. It sends you into despair and worry and panic that you'll never succeed in business and maybe you just aren't cut out for this gig. And when that happens is usually when we start trawling around the interwebs hunting for ways to make it work. The magic silver bullet that you know for sure you are missing. And that's when we are ripe for investment in courses, coaches, and considering what we would normally think is all the crazy. Have you bought into courses that have been a bit left field? Or invested in straight up strategy and technique training only to find that it falls flat when you do it? It's because of your head, my friend. In actual fact, and this is a slight detour here, half the time we expect these amazing results straight out of the gate. But all you have to do is learn, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Isn't that how we learn everything in life? But for some reason, we expect our businesses to just work straight up. No learning curve required. We definitely don't celebrate the results that we do get or the super valuable lessons along the way. Well, let's get into what some of this woo can really do for you, if any of that has resonated for you today. Tell me, what comes to mind when you hear the word manifestation or energy alignment or meditation and hypnosis? Are you being really honest here? I mean, how big was that eye roll that you just threw at me? Yep, I'm pretty sure mine was bigger. I thought that manifestation was a crazy idea. Making something out of nothing, wishing things into existence, leaving everything up to the universe to define your success. I mean, seriously? But here's the thing, making something out of nothing, doesn't that sound like what we do all the time? Your business, for example, at some point in time, that came from an idea, a puff of inspiration that seeded a thought, a yearning and desire, and through action, you conceived your baby business into reality. Also, I knew that if I was going to be truly valuable to my clients, I had to research all the different ways to look at growth and confidence and mindset, and so I dived in. And what I found was truly fascinating. My guide to woo for the practical woman might have some surprises for you, so stick with me. For example, one of the most incredible takeaways for me was that a major part of manifestation, particularly as it relates to creating money or increasing revenue for you, is dealing with your money mindset. Now, money mindset is all the beliefs, limiting and otherwise, that you hold about money. The things that you have learnt about it right back to your childhood. Those lessons that we learnt about how money doesn't grow on trees and good things only come to those who wait, or money comes from hard work. Only the hardworking succeed. We can't afford to have holidays and nice things. Or maybe you can't have all the nice things and prepare for the future. All of this shapes what we expect in our lives right now. If you believe that money only comes with hard work, how is that going to influence how you show up in your business? You're going to work hard, aren't you? No matter that you might be doing things the hard way, or that you aren't thinking smart about your business model and leveraging your time with your services and products in a way that helps you make more money faster. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, then you're going to want to register for the waitlist for my masterclass. That's the one that's sponsoring this week's episode, so you can check out the link in the comments below to register for that. And that's where I teach you about how to create a business that is more profitable, more sustainable, and able to be done faster without requiring more of you. It's all about smart strategy. But your limiting beliefs will literally stop you from even seeing some of the opportunities that you could be taking on. And they keep you busy, usually with unimportant stuff. So you got to deal with your money mindset if you want to grow. And frankly, if you want to succeed, something that we take seriously in my signature course, Conflicted to Confident, and that was before I realized how pivotal it is to this woo-woo concept business. The next part of manifestation that I want to talk about, though, is the concept of energy. And this one can be all out woo if you really get into it, but let's keep it practical for today, okay? Essentially, the universal laws that govern manifestation state that everything is made of energy. Therefore, money is also just energy. And if we can change our energy vibrations, then we will attract to us more money because like attracts like. It's the law of attraction, which is the most talked about law in manifestation, but there are actually lots of them that play together. Thing is, I'm a scientist. Little known fact is that my undergrad was in biomedical sciences with plenty of physics, organic and practical chemistry, biological sciences, biochemistry, the works. It was all in there. And one thing that I know to be true based on scientific fact is that everything is actually just energy, because everything is made up of molecules which are made up of atoms, which are a combination of energetic charges. It's all energy. Everything's energy, and it vibrates at a different rate, which gives it a different density, which means that I feel different to the air, which feels different to my microphone over here. That's the only difference. It's all energy. And how often have we learned about how what we put out into the world is what we get back? Treat others how you want to be treated. Give back so that you're balancing the flow of goodwill. And I got to thinking, how are those lessons different to the foundation that the law of attraction is built on? Because we're all trying to deliver value to attract our ideal clients and be the best version of ourselves, because what we put out into the world is what comes back to us. And treat others how we want to be treated. But also, there is a reason that I talk about what kind of CEO you need to show up as to create the business that you're dreaming about. Because when you figure out who she is, that successful CEO, and start showing up as her now, you start behaving how she behaves. You make decisions the way that she makes decisions. You choose the messaging and projects that she would choose. And that is what brings you that business faster. One of the foundations of all that woo is about setting your goal intentions. Stepping into the version of yourself that already has that outcome, and then completely let go of the outcome. It's full of paradoxes and it can get kind of confusing. But we've talked about setting goals that are linked to what you really want, starting with your ideal life and working back to what your business needs to deliver. And we've talked a fair bit about not attaching yourself to your results too. Don't let what happens define you. It's just a result and a bunch of learning. You either get the result that you wanted or the lesson that you needed. Anyone who listens to James Wedmore will have heard that 100 times by now, and it's so true. Nothing happens without you setting a goal for it. And let me ask you this. When you decide that something is going to happen in your life, I mean, for sure, come hell or high water, over your dead body, will it not happen kind of commitment? Did the thing happen? Of course it happened. You willed it into happening through determined action, focused intent, and sometimes sheer bloody-mindedness. How is that different? Set a goal, create an absolute belief that it is going to happen somehow, and then take intentional actions to move towards it. There was a really key word in there though, somehow. One of the most important parts is to not get too fixated on how you're going to make the thing happen. Sometimes we need to stay open so that we notice the opportunities that we never could have imagined coming up. Things like new relationships, collaboration partners, maybe even a part-time role that gives you some financial relief while you nurture your baby business to where it needs to go. The opportunities for how your dream comes to life are endless and nearly never exactly as you envisage them at the start when you set your goal. There is a place for trust, and this is it. This is where trusting your instincts and trusting in the outcome and your ability to get you there is super important. You already know what you need to know, well, the really important stuff anyhow, to get you there. And you have a gut feel for where you need help and guidance. It's the fear of the unknown, of failure, of not getting that life that you're dreaming so hard about that clouds your judgment. And half the time, it's causing you to say no to things that in your heart of hearts, you know is right for you. But it's a scary investment of your time or of your money, or you don't know for sure that you can do it, which really just comes down to you don't really believe that you can do it. You have to embrace the unknown to bring success in and try really hard. This is hard, not to freak out in the middle of it so that you don't sabotage the success that's headed your way. Now, let me be really clear here. I have hardly even scratched the surface of the world of woo that is out there. And I am not suggesting that you go out and be a crystal-toting, sage-burning, mantra-speaking woo aficionado. Although, full disclosure, I love a good affirmation and mantra as much as the next person. I think that meditation and hypnosis are incredibly powerful ways to adjust the way that you think about things at a deep level. But I'm suggesting that you do open yourself up just a little and think a bit harder about those beliefs that you hold on to so hard. How are they serving you? Really? How are they maybe keeping you safe from nerve-wracking situations and a bit of discomfort? Because shifting them, my friend, those beliefs, is what opens up new space for amazingness in your life and your business. Most importantly, learning how to be happy in the life that you have right now while working towards the one that you want, that means letting go of some things, sometimes making some tough choices, and absolutely owning up to the role that you are playing in keeping yourself stuck. Now, if you want to be able to make sure that all of the work that you are doing on yourself is rooted deeply in having the right strategies in place for your business to truly succeed profitably, then I really do invite you to come and join me for my latest masterclass. How to replace your corporate income through your business without feeling like a fake or feeling super sleazy. It's designed for you to help you see what you need to have in place right now to build the business foundation you need, get that growth trajectory sorted, and so that you can stop making the mistakes that you're making right now. I am a firm believer in only making the mistakes that are going to propel me forward, not just repeating the mistakes that other people have already made. I would much rather learn from them and get there faster by making my own very unique and special kind of mistake.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. If you enjoy listening to the Mums in Biz show, I would love for you to leave us a review on iTunes and be sure to post a snap of you enjoying the show on Instagram and tag me at nicole.tuerick. You can also join in the conversation with me in the Mums in Biz tribe on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Mums in Biz show.